you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. I am. I had a great day today. Um, it's the 4th of the month. We just started. What is going on? What is going on, you guys? Yeah. So I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Empower Her Talk Show. I am your host, Coach Salita, and I hope you guys have had a great so far of the week. We got a weekend coming up, but because today is Thursday, happy Thursday to each and every one of you guys. I want to first start out by saying thank you, AOC, for allowing me in the living rooms of many people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank Cox Cable and LUS for this awesome opportunity. So let's go ahead and get started. You know, we have been talking about our chakras, right? So we have been actually going from this book right here. We learned a lot in the last 2 or 3 Thursdays. Yes, yes, yes. So remember, you guys, I told you that I had actually wrote a book about chakra affirmations. And so I want to share that with you. But before I do that, you guys, look, I told you about shadow work. We talked about that. Well, me being who I am, I went to my favorite store, Aldi's, again, and I found me another shadow work book. Look at this. Gorgeous. Okay. So I haven't written in it yet, but it has a more, I think it's more of in-depth information in this one. Okay. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So one thing caught my eye right off the bat. Let me tell you who wrote this one just in case. A workbook to explore your hidden self by Stephanie Kirby, a guide to shadow work. So, one thing hit me, and I did hold it. I gotta pause it. Sorry, got a little snag there. Got a phone call in the middle of the doing this, right? So, this book actually talks about what is shadow work and all that. But what hit me the most was in the first chapter. I love how it's. I mean, look at all that. That's a lot of info, right? So I love how it talks about um, a gold shadow, which I never ever heard of, right? So the golden shadow, it's called a golden shadow. The golden shadow contains positive aspects, even though most people don't realize it. I've come to know these beneficial aspects as golden showers. I'm sorry, golden shadows. Please forgive me for that. The shadow remains connected to the lost parts of our soul, that which makes us human, our creativity, our sense of inspiration. It is difficult to remain open to inspiration if you're closing off large portions of yourself due to internal pain. So you might ask, what happens to the portions of ourselves we purposely, avoid? Psychology describes it as a projection. We project into others anything buried deep within ourselves. Um, golden shadows often arises experiences when we experience envy. Let me say that again. We were taught we cannot embody that which we are witnessing and actively condemning another, even if it is inherent talent or gift within us. So let me say that again. So golden shadows often arises when we experience envy. When it says we were taught we cannot embody that which we are witnessing and actively condemning in another, even if it is an inherent talent or gift within us. So, what got me was the questions that it asked. It says the first question is, where do you project your golden shadow? Write down the first things that come to mind without judgment. Number two question is, what are the last 3 times you felt jealous or envious of someone? Number three says, what is it about them that sparked an intense reaction from you? Number four says, do you think it's possible for you to have what they have? Why or why not? Okay. Those are the four questions that they're asking for that. So I thought that was very, very intriguing because I never thought about that side of us. I never thought about the side of us that actually we get jealous, you know? Nobody can say they never get jealous about anything because then you're lying to yourself. There's many things that people get jealous of. It is. And if we can be authentic about that and actually talk about it, what are the things that I get jealous about? And you don't have to talk about it out loud. You can talk about it to yourself and you can put it in the book. What things that you get jealous of. List all the things if you have friends and families that you're jealous of. Do not be, it's nothing like, oh my God, it's a sin. But it's about you finding yourself and hey, okay, these are the things that are about me. This is what triggers me. This is what I project on other people. That's what shadow work is. That's basically what it is. Finding what all your internal pain, your childhood trauma, and actually taking time out and working on it, realizing it, because it's basically just us realizing it's there. And then when things trigger us, how do we react to those things? You see what I'm saying? So it's not hard for us to do. Now, so let's see here. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and talk about the book that I told you guys I wrote. Okay, talking about chakra affirmation. But before I go there, let's get real quick before I go into the affirmations. We talked about what our chakras are. We know that it's 21 of them. We know there's 5 minor ones. We know that it's 7 of them that we really concentrate on. We know that we have a base chakra, we have a sacral chakra, we know solar plexus chakra, we have a heart chakra, throat chakra, we have a brow chakra, we have a crown chakra, and then we have the pure light chakra that's right at the top, right? We know that the colors are red for base, orange for sacra, yellow for your solar plexus, green for the heart. We have a light blue for the throat. We have indigo, not indigo, dark blue for the brow chakra, which is your third eye. We have a crown chakra, which is what we call purple, right? Um, we know that the lotus flower plays a big major part in our chakras. We know that we have mantras that we use with our chakras. We know that each chakra has its own essential oils, types of food you eat, the whole 9 yards. I mean, we covered a lot about our chakras. And we definitely, before we finish this whole session, we're going to go back and actually go back over them a little bit more with some more information. But yeah, so now, real quick, we're going to talk a little bit about the hand mudras, mantras, or mudras, okay? We have the Gaian. The Gaian is like this. We have the Dhyana like this. We have the Natagi, which is like this. Yeah, that's how that one is. Okay. And then we have the Padma. It's like this. Yeah, no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, there. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Let me get this right. Oh, it's like this. Okay. Then we have the Grahita, like this. And then we have the mantra of the great head, like this. Then we have the mantra of the 1,000 petals, like this. Okay. So it's going to be some stuff we're going to have to learn for sure. That was the next thing that we talked about. I mean, the next thing that came up. So real quick, so Gaian mantra, mudra. So it says practice these hand positions either to channel subtle energy or to keep it contained in certain parts. The hand mudras, I'm going to say mudras, used in Indian dance and yoga and for meditation. We also use a mudra When we bring our hands together in prayer, specific mudras have traditionally been used to focus energy upon chakras. Use the following whenever you want to concentrate upon certain energy centers, such as when meditating or experiencing visualizations. So, with the Gyan mudra, for this is for the base chakra in meditation, called the mudra of knowledge. This is one of the most used sacred hand mudras. Simply join thumb and first finger together and rest each hand on the thighs, right? So the Dhyana mudra, which is this one right here, first, the sacral chakra and meditation for the excuse me, chakra and meditation. It's said to have been used by Buddha. This mudra helps still the mind. Rest both hands at your navel with the right hand on top from a triangle shape by bringing just the tips of the thumbs together. Now, the Mantagi mudra for the solar plexus and meditation, named for the Hindu goddess Mantagi. This mantra relieves tension, improves digestion and the flow of blood and the lymph. It restores energy in the solar plexus. Interlock all your fingers, then point middle fingers up and join the fingertips together. Hold the hands above your belly. Okay. Wow. Okay. Then we have the Padma Mudra for the heart, a chakra in meditation. Make a lotus petal shape to hold your heart energies. Keeping the heels of your palms pressed together, touch the outer edges of your thumbs and little fingers together. Stretch out your fingertips and place your hands in front of your chest at heart level. Okay. Okay. At heart level. Okay. Um, it says the Grahita, the Gradhita, theta. I'm gonna call it Granthita. Mudra is for the throat and meditation. To clear throat chakra, interlace middle fingers, right finger and pinky on each hand. Interlock the thumbs and index fingertips to make two circles. Hold your hands at the base of your throat. Wow. And then you have the mudra of the great head, which is like this. Okay. For the brow chakra and meditation, to open the chakra, use only the right hand, touching it between your eyebrows. Curl the ring finger into your palm while joining together the tips of the index, middle finger, and thumb. The left hand stays on top of the left thigh in a Gyan mudra. Okay. And then you have the mudra of the thousand petals. The purpose of this mudra is to bring focus to the psychic gateway above the head, like this. Wow. And it says make a pyramid shape and the tips of the index fingers and thumbs together, letting the other fingers reach up toward the universe consciousness. Hold the mudra above your head, like that. Wow. So that is our hand mantras today, which already, you guys, we've taken care of a lot of stuff. So let us go ahead and we're going to talk real quick about our affirmations that go along with the chakra. So I am going to go ahead and share this screen with you guys so you can see what I am talking about. There we go. Oops, let's see here. There we go. Okay. So, as you can see, we're going to start from the beginning. This is 7 chakra affirmations. Okay. As you can see, it says written by Coach Sleater. Okay. So here we're going to be talking about our chakras. Um, and it says, we extend a warm welcome to your chakra. Affirmation, your chakra affirmation guide. Its purpose is to aid you in your journey toward manifesting, maintaining balance, and being guided in the right direction through the utilization of these affirmations. Now, what is a chakra? Your chakra is the energy center of your body. There are 7 chakras in the body. Those are the 7 main chakras. You have the root, the chakras, as you already know that part. Each chakra has a purpose and all play a vital part in our mental, emotional well-being. Our chakras have to stay balanced. If they don't, it wreaks havoc on our emotional and physical health. So, understanding your 7 chakras. So we got basically kind of went over all that in the book, right? What they mean, what they stand for, what the colors are, right? So what we're doing, these affirmation, each one of them have their own I don't what do we want to call it? We want to call them the, like your, how do you start off a affirmation, okay? Beginning affirmation. So let's start from the crown. The crown is I understand. The third eye is I see. The throat, I speak. The heart, I love. The solar plex, I do. The sacral is I feel. And the root is I am. As you can see, each one of them kind of coincides with each color and each chakra, right? So, defining affirmation. Affirmation is a declaration or statement that is considered to be true. All right, that's all that is. So this is the table of contents. So the first one, I picked a word, I chose a word, and I connected it to each one of the chakras beginning. So the first one is abundance. I understand in order for me to receive abundance, I will have to change my mindset. Wow. I see that when it's time for my period of abundance, I need to be grateful for everything I have. I speak abundance in every aspect of my life. I love it when there is an abundance of love, good times, food, and health in my life. I do what it takes to accumulate an abundance of wealth and health. I feel that the work that needs to be done for me will equal the abundance that is needed. And the last one is I am the abundance I need. That is the word abundance. So the next word is change. So let's see how this sounds. I understand that change must take place for growth to be recognized. I see how the change in my actions and thoughts can shape the vision I see in the mirror. I speak change into existence. I love the change that I am experiencing in my life. I do make change a priority in my life. I feel the change in my spirit. I am the change that I need. So the next word, and I kind of did it in like sort of like an alphabetical order in a sense, um, and being able to choose the words that are going to be able that I could work with or anybody could work with was really something that it was like heavy on me. So I wanted to use words that were positive and I wanted to use words that were action words. Okay. So the next word is control. I understand that I am in control of myself. I see how important for me to be in control of my actions, emotions, and thoughts. I speak with control of who I am. I love the control I possess over my life. I do understand how my control is needed for me to thrive. I feel that control is needed for me to thrive. I did that twice. Oh, I said it twice because I wanted it twice. Um, and then I feel that control of who I am plays a role in how I live. Did that 3 times. I have to check that out. And the last one was I am a great example of what control is. I don't know about that, but yes. Okay. So the next one, let's go to one. Let's talk about embrace. Again, an action word, and it's a positive word. I mean, it's a positive word and an action word. So the word is embrace. So I understand how important it is to embrace my true self. I see what embracing does to my self esteem when I live in my truth. I speak about how I need to embrace my negative and positive sides of myself. So we're talking our shadow selves, right? I love to embrace the energy that sparks my creativity. Sorry. I do things that help me embrace the fire in my soul. I feel that as long as I embrace the essence of my existence, I will win. And the last one is I am everything I embrace. Wow. So let's use the word encourage real quick. I understand that I need to stay encouraged even when things get tough. I see how being encouraged can change how I view life. I speak to myself to stay encouraged. I love the act of encouraging myself to be better. I do time, I do take time to encourage myself when I don't feel good. I feel encouraged when things start to manifest. I am encouraged to believe in myself. So I basically broke it down in alphabetical order. And I used, like I said, I tried to use a lot of positive words and a lot of action words that would actually bring out what I am trying to say or what anybody is trying to say when it comes to affirmation. So let's see what else did. Let's talk about manifest real quick. I understand that I can manifest my destiny. I see that I can manifest my heart's desire. I speak into existence what I manifest in my heart. I love the way I manifest my dreams and aspirations. I do all the things that are needed to manifest my future. I feel that it's important to be able to manifest my vision of my life. I am everything I manifest. But I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm saying that not because it's my work. I'm saying it because I think this book could be so, it could really definitely help a lot of people who want to know more about your chakras and who understand your chakras, but need a little boost on how do I affirm all this that I'm doing in my life. And this is a way to do it, right? So let's do another one. I want to do promote. I understand how important it is for me to promote myself. I see the way to promote me is to show myself love. I speak in a way to promote my well being. I love to promote myself to others because it shows that I love me. I do all things that give me ways to love myself more each day. I feel that others should be able to promote themselves too. I am excited and it makes me see things in a beautiful light. So, those are the things that I've got to, okay, there we go. All right. So, I'm not going to go any further because then you would have the book, and I'm not trying to give you the book. Okay. So, let's go to the end. I'm just kidding. So, let's go to the end. And this is where, remember, we talked about the mantras? Well, the Benjin mantras, I think it's Baha'i mantras. Well, I added them in the book. So it says here, when writing this book, I wanted to keep in mind that it is a delicate journey for many. I felt the need to find a way that I could help others by giving them a chance to understand the elements of the seven chakras and how important they have to be in balance for your manifestation to be complete. I will not end this book without adding here a chant that can be used during your meditation or just used alone whenever you want to do this, right? So, remember we talked about the root chakra. It is called Lam. The sacral chakra is Yam. The solar chakra is Ram. And you guys, you have to feel that. You have to do that so you can feel like my mouth is vibrating, my insides are vibrating. So you have to feel it, right? The heart is Yam. The throat is Harm. The third eye is Hum. And the crown is usually just silent. Or you can take it to a higher pitch. According to the book, you can say Arm. I guess that's how you would do it if you was taking it to the higher pitch, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. So I hope you like that. Um, because I can't do any type of, but you can contact me. You can get me at celetabmccall at gmail.com to further your, if you want more information on this book. So I wanted to definitely share that with you guys. Um, but yeah, so I'm excited about that. I think that is so awesome that we were able to do that. Let me stop sharing it for right now. But yeah. So that is one of my books I've written because I think it was so, I thought it was so, not thinking, I thought it was so important that you guys know that that book is available. But again, email me and we can work some things out on that. All right. So let's get real quick. I want to come back to the shadow because actually, let me say something. With the chakra book, we've gone through a lot with this book already. So these are just things that you can do. Um, uh, we, yeah, these are just basically things you can do now that you've recognized your chakra, how to heal it, how to balance it. So it's basically going through the motions of different things with the herbs. Remember, we talked about the herbs, the different oils. It kind of breaks it all down with the types of oils. Talks about the crystals. Remember, I told you that I have a deck of crystal cards that you can actually use on yourself, right? And when sometimes when I do my readings, what I do is I add a crystal in there in the reading to kind of enhance it more. So if you ever want to listen to any of my readings, you can go to Black Queen's Readings on Facebook. It's called Black Queen's Reading on Facebook. And I have a, on YouTube, I have a channel called, if you'll catch it at Queen U 903, that is my YouTube channel for my readings on there. So if you're interested in any of that, you can go back and watch some of my old videos, and you can actually watch my most recent one I did was, let me tell you guys, I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I could not sleep. And I said, I just felt the need to do a reading. And it was 1 o'clock on 9/1, right? So I actually did a whole reading on there. I was shocked that I actually need, it was like something said, do this reading, do this reading. So I did the reading. But I usually don't do my readings until Wednesdays. So I do my readings um, on my YouTube channel around 4:30 on Wednesdays. And then I turn around and on Black Queen's reading, I do another reading over on there on Wednesdays right after I do my other reading. I try to keep them together, um, and I use different decks, and it comes out different results. So it's not always the same. Sometimes some things, some cards come out that looks the same, but majority of the time they don't. But a lot of times they do because I look forward to that, right? Um, so yeah. Um, this is so awesome doing this. I promise you guys, this is so awesome doing this. And every time I talk to you guys, I basically really get excited. And you guys probably don't realize that, but I get very excited about this. You can go to my TikTok, you guys, and I have some rain scenes if you want to use. I think it's like a 2-minute rain scene. You can grab that up. And I also, I think I have 2 of them on there that I did rain scenes on. For the sound, for the calming, I love going out on my front porch and taking videos of the rain coming down because I love my front yard. I love my backyard too, but I love my front yard more because I'm in it more than I'm in. I love the trees. So I do a lot of that because it helps me calm down. It also helps with my moods. Um, I'm a very hyper person. I'm a very passionate person. So in order to calm that and balance it out, I definitely go to my front yard, or I'll just sit on the front stoop and just like and look at how the beauty that's out here. Like today, it's a beautiful day. Um, I think I've been outside once, twice today, but every now and then my husband is doing some remodeling, so it's kind of hard to get everything done. So it was a beautiful day today. So I said I'm gonna go and I know we have some rain coming in, hopefully, but yeah, hopefully, yeah, that we get some good weather continue coming in. But yeah, so that's what I usually do for me with that. Now, um, we are going to, since we did that right there, I want to bring some more things to you guys. Um, and little by little, I will be able to do that. If you are interested in talking more about what readings are and what inspired me to do those things, definitely hit me up. um, and we can talk about that, at a later date because I don't want to get that caught up in what I'm doing here. I am still a coach. It doesn't matter which way it goes, but I definitely want to keep my mindset on getting you guys with the right mindset. So we're definitely going to work on some more. Okay, we talked about the affirmations. We're going to do some breathing exercises. All that stuff is coming, but I'm going to have to change where I'm at. Usually, I do majority of my meditation in my bedroom, um, and I turn off the lights, and I have to have a fan going because that's what I have to do. Okay, in order to do it. So we might be able to do that over there, maybe. Or I might just have to transform this room into my meditation um, space. Okay, because if I do it over there, it means I have to transfer everything over there. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to move all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff to move. So I guess I can kind of make it here, work on making sure that you guys can see what I'm doing because that's what I really want to do with you guys. Now, I don't know if you guys paid attention to something. It's called the lockdown, and they said it started on August 31st, and it's saying that these next 4 months are are supposed to be dedicated to us manifesting, changing how we're doing things, looking at things, our perspective, the people in our lives, how are we benefiting from them being in our lives. So it's talking about all that. So they're saying we're in that period because right now Saturn, the planet Saturn, is in retrograde. So this is the time that we start doing this. And so I'm excited about that too, because I get excited about a lot of things. So I'm excited about that. So we're going to definitely kind of dig deep into that, and talk about what are we doing to change. And again, that's why the shadow work book is going to be such an awesome help. Now, for you guys who don't have this book, I found this at Ollie's. Okay. Um, it's a store called Ollie's. I'm not promoting the store. I'm just telling you where I picked this one up. I'm quite sure you probably can pick this one up at anywhere, but that's where I picked this one up. And I wish we could do this together. I don't want to have to share. I don't want you guys to share everything with me, but I would love to go through this book with you guys, just like I did with the Shadow Work book. Okay. And I also have some more, like, what is all this shadow work? Yeah. I also, because I think this is the time for us to do it. Um, I also have some audiobooks talking about shadow work. Maybe we probably would need to kind of listen to some of that. I'm not going to bore you to death with listening to it, something other than my voice. But I think I can play some of it for you guys, some portions of my book that I have. And let me see if I can bring the book up that actually, because I do a lot of audio, and I told you guys that before. I'm an audio person. Um, I read a lot, but I love actually doing the audio books. Wow, I got 4 credits. Okay, so I'm going to share with you guys in a minute, or is it audio? Hmm. It might not be audio. Because, oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, you know what? It's not audio. It's actually the book because, yeah, yeah. So it's not my audio, it's in my Kindle. So we might can talk about it. Okay, hold up here. So we might can talk about, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Maybe let me see. Let me see. Yeah, well, I apologize. Let me take that back. I'll take that back. We actually, let me share this with you guys so you can see it. Okay, here we go. So let's share this with you because guess what? I didn't realize it is actually in my books. So this is the book I'm talking about. This book right here. And it says here, this book is about discovering the strategies to quiet your traumas and struggles and build a life full of joy and peace. Discover the strategies to quiet your traumas and struggles and build a life full of joy and peace. Shadow work is a well known method to manage your hidden sides and acknowledge and integrate suppressed desires to live a more balanced life. Exploring your shadow can help provide answers that change the course of your life and help you uncover the best and most authentic version of yourself. In this guide on shadow work, you'll discover an enlightening lesson on the shadow, explore what it is, how it affects you, and how you can form a truce with it, right? Thought-provoking prompts and exercises laid throughout the book to help you unlock your inner self. Become accountable and progress with shadow work. A rundown of the methods for performing shadow work, including a bonus therapy for an added advantage. So it has a workbook in it, which I can't see. But yes, there's definitely I cannot. Let's see if it'll do it for me. Okay, so let's see here. That That's okay. So this is the sample of it. So okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me go back. So it says, uncover your authentic self through shadow work. And this is a workbook again to identify your triggers and transcend trauma, embrace your inside, develop self-love, and become your best self. So I am really looking forward to this book. Yeah, I started it a little bit, but and as you can see, it breaks it down. Commit to yourself, your future self. Okay, I like that. Let's see what that one says here. Wow. So it says, how can I help you? How can I help you guide, nurture, and embrace your inner voice? I only need your undivided commitment if you truly want to become your most authentic self. You must decide to commit to the process entirely and not to look back. This is your top priority going forward. You are here to discover your authentic self and embrace the journey, regardless of the obstacles you face or the challenges ahead, right? This workbook is meant to help you uncover false truths, discover why you feel the way you do, and learn how to escape the self doubt cycle. Yes, this is a daily process. And yes, and yes, and yes, you cannot pick and choose when you want to do it. You have to be able to go ahead and deal with it, right? This is a daily process. We fail, learn, and become better people as we grow from our mistakes. So this workbook is where we actively seek out self-loving ideals and all the unique ways you can admire yourself. You will be there for yourself, giving hugs and accepting yourself just as you are, regardless of whether you are sad, joyful, or terrified. If you put in effort today, your future confidence self, your future confident self, well, thank you for facing the struggles that the past version of you were too fragile even to try. Know that you are strong, you are capable, and the fact that you read this far means that you are already ready to make this happen. This is where you commit to giving it your all. Mm. So, man, try. Okay, I intend to read these commitments daily during this guide and refer back to them as often as I need to. Now, remember, I was talking about the affirmations. So these are commitments. So let's talk about commitments real quick. Okay, so it says here, I am one who is accountable for my feelings, actions, and perspective. Whenever I dwell on the past or worry about the future, I will become aware of this tendency and shift my focus back to the present moment. Because seems to be sometimes we get caught up in everything and we don't even think about the present moment, right? I am going to be more aware of my tendency to pass judgment on others and myself. I love that one. I will become aware of the times I criticize, complain, or gossip about others in an attempt to change or control them. Yep, got to be careful with that. I intend to be mindful of things I focus on and the sources of my motivation. When I began to defend myself and insist on a new perspective, I will be aware of it. I commit to living by the principles of understanding, acceptance, and thankfulness. Wow. I have decided to embrace a life of trust, surrender, and forgiveness. I am devoted to my overall happiness and well-being. Freedom is something I choose to have in my life. I've made the conscious, decision to take care of my mental health. When I follow my heart to do what makes me happy, I get to be the driving source of inspiration in my life. I believe in the existence of a higher power or God, and I commit to cultivating a daily relationship with this power. And the last but not least, which this is like a commitment or a pledge, right? As a matter of fact, I have done that also in my other book. And I think I've read that to you guys. If I haven't, I will. I'll read to you everything, right? I commit to meditating upon this truth, my essence, every day for at least 15 minutes, to asking myself consistently, what is it that I need, and to love myself unconditionally. If you remind, if you would like to find a way to remind yourself to the commitments you've made toward your shadow work, she says she had a suggestion that you can do, and she actually has a place where it's called uncoverself.com resources, where you can download printable copy of your commitment letter, and encourage you to print it out and place it somewhere you will see it daily, such as on a wall, desk, or bathroom mirror. I look, one time I did the bathroom mirror thing. I had sticky notes on the bathroom mirror, and my husband looked at me crazy. Like, okay. Not that he didn't believe in what I was doing. It was just the ideal that I did that. Okay. So this is gonna be exciting to do. This is gonna be so exciting, you guys. I don't even know how to feel anymore. But yeah, so this is one of the books that I have. Let me see if I can uh see. Now, this other book I used, let's see here. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out what. Yeah, this is my repertoire or my library. Now, I had this book right here. Um, uh, I think it's like 1,000 of them. Um, and they have some awesome affirmations in here. But it says 75. It says this book contains a collection of 75 affirmation written specifically for BIPOC women. The purpose and intent behind these affirmations empower you, increase your confidence. Is this the same one, you guys? Because I got so many of these books. I thought I had one that had like almost close to 1,000 affirmations. Maybe I can't remember, but I actually played the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I purchased this, yeah, back in 22. So this is how long I have been doing these things. But again, I told you guys, one of the things that I am definitely working on is my consistency, and keeping things going and staying focused, because actually it's an issue for me, a big issue for me. So, um, working on this, I think this is a new one, because I just thought about this is the one. I knew I had another one. This is another one that I had. If you're a Black woman looking to achieve success in your life, then keep reading. This is the one I was talking about. It has 1,001. That was a new one I just got, and I hadn't read. I hadn't listened to that one. This is the one that's so deep. Look, it's 7 hours of listening, 6 hours of listening, because it has 1,001 affirmations, and they are awesome. Um, so if you want to get into affirmations, you can actually write your own affirmations. Just like when we talk about intentions, intentions and affirmations are kind of sort of the same. Um, there's a small difference in them, but yeah. So and intentions can be done every day. What is it that you're going to do today to improve yourself? Okay. Um, you can say that intention and then go on about your business, and actually make your intention the the main ingredients to the action that you're going to take that day. Let me say that again. Make your intentions the main ingredient of that action you're going to take today. Now, I'm going to let you in a little secret that I have, or what I'm trying to do for myself. I made this promise to myself. And the promise is, I said that I want to be the first millionaire in my family. Now all you guys know my big secret. I'm not I'm not so focused on the millionaire part. Okay, I want you to understand that. It's not about, oh, I want to be rich, 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 rich. No, I'm more focused on all the things that I'm going to do. Okay, the actions I'm going to take to achieve that goal. That goal. You see what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from? So it's really not about the me being a millionaire. I'm more about what I made this, I said this. So what am I going to do to make this happen? That's where I take that. Now, a lot of things can happen within that time, and I can check off or I can list all the things that I need to do to get there, right? Because that's the ultimate goal. But the fun, the challenges, the good times, the bad times comes below it. I set that goal that high. So what am I going to do? How am I going to make that happen? And I'd say that because when you go back to when we pray for stuff, when we manifest for stuff, for things to happen in our lives, for people to come into our life, whatever, we don't really pay attention to all the things we do to make those things happen. People don't just fall out the sky, okay? Situations just don't fall in and happen. You have to do something. You have to do something actionable to make that happen. So that's what whenever we take on setting these goals, we have to look at all the things we do to get to that goal. Because there's going to be some disappointing times. There's going to be some great times. There's going to be your highs and lows. It always is. Okay? Whenever you're doing something like this, it's always going to be something that is going to take place you're gonna feel like, oh man, I'm a failure. I didn't do it. It didn't work out. When reality is, it was just a part of getting there, the ultimate goal. So I just shared with you something very secret, or it should have been sacred. But I wanted to give you an example. And that don't necessarily mean that's exactly what I want, but that was just something to work with. So, what am I going to do to make that happen since I put it out there? I'm going to start looking at all the things that I do. I'm going to start looking at all the projects that I've worked on. I'm going to look at everything. I'm going to inventory everything. But in the same process that I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Because all of it comes together. And connecting, fixing me before I even think about that ultimate goal is important. That's what's important for me. So I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to you guys about shadow work and chakras and the lockdown that we're supposed to be on, and this goal and these journeys that we're on, because these journeys are so exciting. Really, I mean, they're exciting. Again, if you want to get in contact with me with this to get more information about the 7 chakra affirmations, definitely hit me up. As I told you before, You Can't Clip My Wings is my, nope, rephrase. Let me bring that back. It's not You Can't Clip My Wings. It's celetabmccall for the book. Okay. celetabmccall at gmail.com to contact me for a copy of the book. We'll talk about getting a copy of the book. All right. Um, so you guys have a great weekend. I want to again say happy Thursday. And again, thank each and every one of you guys for allowing me to be in your living room, your office, your bedroom, wherever you view this show, the Empower Her Talk Show. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great evening and bye-bye.